Hi. 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
This is Dave from Bemidji, Minnesota.
Say it again. Bemidji?
Dave from Bemidji, Minnesota.
Bemidji.
Yeah, look here.
Yeah.
You ready for a story?
Sure.
Okay. What I did is I came from the great state of Washington.
Yeah.
And I met a girl in the great state of Minnesota.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. And she wanted to go see Alaska, right?
Yeah.
So I says, okay, we'll load up the car, and we got no troubles, and, you know, we happen to have the finances at the time, and we threw everything into an 85 Cavalier.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, we drive across, and we get to Washington, and we jump on the ferry, and we go up to Haines, Alaska, and we do Alaska and everything. She hated it, by the way. I says, why? She says, well, you know, it looks like northern Minnesota. Anyway.
Just a lot farther away.
Yeah. So anyway, we come back, you know, and we decide, well, hell, we'll drive through British Columbia and come down the Alcan Highway, the famous Alcan Highway.
Yep.
And we're coming down the road, and the car just overheats. You know, we got a lot of stuff in there now.
Yeah. All those treasures you bought up in Alaska.
Yeah,
and the
right.
dogs. Don't forget the dogs.
Seal skins and what have you.
All right.
Yeah,
all that contraband.
And all those phony Cuban cigars. All right, so you're on the Calcan Highway, and the thing's overheating.
Right. And I'm the man, you know. I said, no problem. It just overheated. We need some radiator fluid or whatever, you know. I get out, and I go, Jesus, I can't get in the trunk because we got 8,000 pounds of stuff in here.
Cuban cigars.
Yeah, well, whatever, you know.
Whatever,
Cigarettes are good, too, you know. But so I pull all this stuff out, you know, and I get back to this little teeny toolbox that I thought would suffice once we left Minnesota, which is a, how do you call it, a lure or fishing box.
Yeah.
You know. And I got a crescent wrench and 3 different kinds of ratchets that have no sockets.
And you don't have any vice grips?
Nope.
Oh, what kind of a Minnesotan are you?
So anyway, I go, no problem. You know, we'll go up underneath the hood. So we pop the hood and look in there, and sure enough, the car just doesn't go. You know, it starts up, but we get it going. I load everything, and it won't go, but 4 or 5 miles an hour. So we pulled over to this, luckily we found a gas station there, and spent the night there. Or no, before we spent the night, the woman walked, or my girlfriend, walked into the house there and said, do you mind if we stop here? We're not here to rob you, you know. And she says, yeah, no problem. My husband will come out and look at it in the morning. All right. So we spend the night. Here comes this guy out, right? And he goes, pop the hood. So what he does is he takes, okay, we got an electric fan, you know, and he takes the wire from the electric fan.
Runs it right to the battery.
It runs it right to the battery.
There you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're down the road, right? Okay. Then it overheats again. I'm going, geez. So I call my brother on Woodby Island, my brother Mike, you know, and I say, hey, we're trying to get back down there. What's the trouble? And he says, what won't it do? And I says, well, it just feels like it's clogged up. You know, and it just won't do it. I put everything in it, high test gas and everything. He says, take a piece of steel, if you can find a piece of steel, and punch a hole in the Cadillac converter and grind it around in there and get rid of all that junk. And he says, that'll blow out of there. Right? So, what?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
This is good.
Wrong. You're right as rain, man.
You know?
Yeah.
So I go back over there to the place where we're at, and I see an old campfire grill, and I grab one of them rails, you know, that are laying there, and I punch it in there with the tire iron, grind it all around. Boy, here we go, me and the old lady, boy, 65 miles an hour. Boy, we're moving now. Anyway, I get down to Washington. I would be on and talk to my brother. Hey, do you like the trick? Yeah. I says, it worked great. Okay, we get back to Minnesota, and this wire you know, is it goes on and off, you know, and it doesn't work right. So I figured, what the hell, I'll throw a toggle switch on it. Well, I kept burning toggle switches off.
What wire is this?
What, for the fan, you mean?
Yeah.
We're back to the fan.
Oh, you hook up the fan Mickey Mouse to the battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, well, I'll just run a wire from the battery up underneath the car. I drilled a hole up. Beautiful car, you know. We got 350,000 miles on it, you know. So I says, well, I'll just put a toggle switch on it. Well, the problem is the car starts up and everything fine, and all of a sudden when you turn on the toggle switch, the car goes way down, like it's really lugging hard. Now, did I mess with the computer, or did he mess with the computer in Canada, or what?
No, not really. What you need to do you still have that iron bar? That you need to
use it on the windshield.
Yeah, I got it.
Computer.
Right
Now, I suspect that because you've been running this electric fan continuously for like 45,000 miles.
Well, no. See, the toggle switch turns it off when you go in to get something to eat or something like that.
No, I understand it, but otherwise it's running all the time. And it has been running, that same fan, for 300,000 miles, off and on.
Yeah.
But that's the original one.
And it's fried.
And it may be that you're pulling so much current. That's why you burned up the switch. And that's why now when you turn the thing on, everything goes dim.
Yeah, because it's sucking so much current. And that fan should draw nothing. I would forget the toggle switch. Because either you're going to forget to turn it on, or you're going to forget to turn it off.
That's why we got the toggle switch.
Yeah, but you could actually go ahead.
It's warm.
But you could fix this the way it's supposed to be fixed. You could replace either the coolant temp sensor or the fan relay, whatever it is that's making the thing not work.
It may well be that the fan's been running 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I would think that you might have to go to the junkyard and get another used fan for $20 if you want to adhere to this philosophy.
Okay. So what you're saying is get another fan, and the RPMs won't go down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know,
this fan's just drawing so much current that you're imposing a huge load on the charging system, and
it's going to burst into flame one of these days.
And you're going to burn out the alternator.
Don't laugh.
He's laughing.
He laughed.
It would not bother me at all.
Well, you've gotten your money's worth out of it.
You certainly have.
Geez, don't I get a record for having a?
We're gonna give you a record.
Cavalier for almost 400,000 miles.
Oh.
And the fact that you were able to effect 2 repairs on this car with a ratchet, with no sockets,
and a piece
of a barbecue
grill,
and the Cuban cigars,
and the Cuban cigars. I mean, you deserve something. You deserve some kind of award, Dave.
All right.
Yeah. Any time during this trip when the car was malfunctioning, were you at all worried?
Yeah, actually, I did get a zit on top of my head.
Hey, Dave, anytime that car makes it to Boston, you give me a call and we will have coffee.
Me too.
Are you buying?
I will buy.
We'll buy you a new fan, too.
And I'll take it down on Nissan Bombs. I'll get you a whole lifetime supply of fans. Thanks for calling, Dave.
Don't mean to bother you.
Now, there is a 1 in a million guy. There is a 1 in a million guy.
He was a lot of fun. Well, it's happened again.